Today on Conversations That Convert, we're wrapping up our podcast on 3 steps to create a high quality annual marketing plan for builders. And this is all about converting captured leads into appointments.
Welcome to Conversations That Convert. Each week, Rick teams up with industry experts to tackle practical strategies in lead generation, marketing, and sales for remodelers, home improvement companies, and custom builders. From practical tips to deep industry insights, we cover everything you need to grow a stronger, smarter business. Brought to you by Builder Lead Converter, your perfect sales assistant.
Hey everyone, welcome to Conversations That Convert. Drew, welcome. How's your day going?
Hello, Rick. So far it's going pretty well, and also feeling excited about today. A lot of things are happening. So
a lot of things are happening. That is for sure. I'm currently at the Job Trend Connect conference in Dallas, recording from our hotel room here. So I apologize for the bad lighting and maybe not the best audio, but we're going to work our way through it. But we are going to wrap up our 6-part series here on 3 steps to high quality marketing plan. And this is all about taking those leads that you've captured and converting them into appointments. And remember, the series was called How to Create a High Return on Investment Marketing Plan for Builders. Our focus today is going to be lead conversion, which would include following up, your referral outreach, some AI integration tips, and then also using video for lead conversion. So what do you say, Drew? Should we jump into it?
Of course.
Well, I think the one thing, when we talk about for marketing plans is that we tend to leave out the sales aspect of it. And obviously our sales process and how we follow up once we capture that lead is so incredibly vital, because what is the point of having a captured lead if we don't ever get into a conversation? And I think about that a lot. I really try to ruminate on answering the question, why do some leads stay a contact and others go to contract? And sometimes that's the buyer. It's just the wrong type of lead or the wrong offer. They're just not a good fit for you, and they make that determination. But oftentimes, or I should say too often, it's because of the follow-up or lack thereof. So I'm going to walk you through what our philosophy is on a booking campaign. Drew, feel free to jump in here as you go. But let's just walk through the journey of the lead. So we've attracted that lead. We positioned you as being a local resource for information on home building, design, build, remodeling. You've given them an offer they couldn't refuse. They were captured as a lead. And now the goal, of course, is to get them on the phone and do your qualification call. So the first thing we would start with is we would give them an offer to book a call right on the website after they've opted into whatever sort of information they were after. If they don't book a call on the website, we'll send them the information that they're looking for, and then we put them into what's called a booking campaign. And this is about a 2-week campaign that is a combination of email automation, some AI text message follow-up, and also integration with a salesperson. So the salesperson is actually going to make an outreach or two if the lead does not bite on the automation. But this is going to run for about 2 weeks. Now, if the lead books a call, we're going to put them into a reminder campaign. And we'll start the qualification right on that reminder campaign prior to that call and try to gather some more details about the project. So whether that's scope of work details or maybe it's finance details or timing, what have you, we'll try to get all that information there. So when you have the call, it's very much a warm call. However, we find that for every 10 leads you capture, roughly 20 to 40% are ready to talk within that first 2-week time frame. So that means that there's 6 to 8, Drew, that are not ready to talk. And so now we had to figure out, okay, what do I do with these? And unfortunately, most builders, they just let them die. They just say, well, I followed up with you a bunch and you haven't called me back. So, okay, we're done. However, we find a lot of these leads do come back. It might be months, sometimes years later. And so we really recommend doing more of a long-term nurturing, value building, trust building campaign. So that's going to start with what we call an educational nurturing campaign that's going to run about 6 months. And if they're interested in remodeling, we're going to educate them on all the aspects of remodeling, primarily design, what drives pricing, some FAQs, and right down to what they should look for when they choose a remodeling partner. Custom home building will integrate also land acquisition, what to look for if they're trying to find land or how to evaluate land, that sort of thing. Of course, the idea behind this is we're positioning the builder as the local expert. So when that lead is ready to take the next step, that builder's top of mind, and then they will move into that next step. Now, there's also quarterly follow-up that we can do, what we call database reactivation. And that's where we give a special offer using text messaging. That's also an AI play, just to try to re-engage the lead, just to more or less check their temperature. And then finally, the last one is event management. We do recommend that as you a builder is that you showcase a project or at least invite your leads to come to more of an event to see something they cannot see online. So that might look like a project that you've done. That could be a pre-sold, could be a home for sale if you're building spec homes. You could be coming to a showroom, one of your vendors' showrooms, and looking at the latest and greatest in appliances or kitchen countertops or flooring. So anyway, the bottom line here is you've got to have a plan for what you want to do with that captured lead in order to get them on the phone. Once they're on the phone, then of course it's your job to qualify them and make sure that they are a viable opportunity for you. And then of course you move them into your pipeline. So Drew, anything you want to add there?
Of course, because you get the lead, but what you do next. So what you are mentioning, because the sales follow-up, this is where most of the builders, they either win or they quietly lose the deal. And all the studies actually show, and we can confirm that with our internal data as well, that more than 80% of the buyers, they choose the first company that responds, and the responding basically needs to happen very fast. And we can see that if it happens within 5 minutes or even faster, it will increase the conversion rate a lot. Basically, after just 30 minutes, the chance of qualifying the lead will drop by more than 80%. And the average builders, they follow up once or twice and then they stop following up. So this is where the gap appears, and is also where the deal will disappear. High-performing builders, they structure the booking campaign using different channels, such as the email, such as an SMS, or even phone call together. So it needs to have a combined effort. We can see that this type of multi-channel approach, when you're doing the follow-up, it will increase the responses rates by over 40%, and the SMS, they have the highest open rate percentage. And even after an appointment is booked, we still need to add them to reminder campaigns, because without them, there will be a very important no-show rate. And through automated confirmations and reminders, we can reduce that, as you're mentioning, up to 70%. So here at Builder Lead Converter, the rule is very simple. Every lead either buys or dies.
That's right.
And basically, the leads that buy, they feel that they were prioritized from the first minute.
Yep, that's exactly right. Azam, it's a good point too on the timing of the follow-up. You do need to automate this, because you're never going to be able to follow up fast enough, and also you need to structure it so that every opportunity has the same follow-up. So that's why you really can't do it manually. I would say the two areas probably that builders really struggle with is the long-term nurturing. Because you will pull business out of that. Every year we hear stories about, hey, somebody's been in a database and they've been nurtured for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then they finally bought. So it does happen a lot more often than you think. And if you're not top of mind, that means one of your competitors is. They're going to buy from somebody. It might as well be you. And then I also think it's the speed of follow-up. A lot of that is it's just not done correctly. So Very, very true here is I put on here is, every lead buys or dies, like I said, but make the lead feel like they are the most important person in the world. There's a real issue with follow-up here in the housing industry, home services industry, where, maybe you get an email response, maybe you get one call or a text, but it's very, very minimal. So don't be afraid to follow up long-term. Like I said, until they tell you to stop or they bought from somebody else, you want to keep following up, but it's how you follow too. Has to be relevant. So let's talk. Our next topic, I think, here is referral follow-up. So referral follow-up is, not only clients sending you referrals, but also systematizing your referral leads. And so one of the things that I recommend is that you do also create an automated engagement campaigns for referrals. So for past clients, so that could be asking for reviews, could be asking for referrals. It could be providing quarterly maintenance tips. For B2B referrals, it's just being consistent about, showing yourself as, hey, I'm a potential referral partner for you. Let's build a reciprocal relationship where we can ship some business back and forth. But the way I recommend this is that you set the system up. Typically, this is a combination of emails and text messages. You then see who engages. That gives you the short list. And then you're going to go ahead and you are going to call those people, have a conversation. When you find a good referral partner that you want to work with long term, then you should probably be touching base with them, ideally every month, but probably on the long side, maybe every other month, maybe every quarter at a very minimum. But again, remember, just think of this. If you have sent a referral to somebody, if you don't hear from them on a consistent basis, how fast are they out of your top of mind? In other words, how fast do you forget about them? So that's how your referral partners are thinking about you too. So I like I said, for your top 10 business referral partners, I recommend monthly. And maybe it's a cup of coffee, maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's just a text message, but they should hear from you monthly. For again, past clients, those sorts of referral partners, probably quarterly. But again, you should at a minimum be asking them for a review. And if they're very happy with you, giving you a review, they're gonna refer you as well. So Drew, any thoughts on referrals?
Referral, we can see that is the highest return of investment activity a builder can do, especially the referral follow-up. Mostly we can see that it's the least systemized, and you need to keep in mind that referred leads, they are more likely to close pretty fast. They move faster through the sales process. They typically come to you with higher trust and of course with larger budgets because there's already the trust built. But referrals, they only keep coming if the relationship it stays active. And the best builders, they might block time every single week to personally call past clients to ask for referrals, or they work with referral partners or potential referral partners. You don't need to wait until the work slows down. You need to stay visible consistently. And of course, something that really matters here is tracking the engagement. You need to know who responds, who is opening the communications you are sending, and of course who engages with you, in order for you to focus your energy where the relationship is already warm. Basically, when referral follow-up is personal and of course is intentional, it can become a compounding growth engine for you.
I would say if I look at our builders who are doing a good job with their referrals, they're probably talking to 3 to 5 business partners per week. And that would be a combination of realtors, architects, interior designers. So just having 3 to 5 of those conversations, it only takes one, and that person can refer a lot of business to you. So just as you mentioned here, automate your outreach, track who engages, block your schedule each week to call your past clients, your referral partners, and then your potential referral partners. So this is just like any other follow-up when you get a new lead, is that you need to really organize this and bake it into your schedule And it is, again, the highest quality lead source out there. The key is how you lead. You want to lead, again, with offering something first before asking anything in return. So that is the most important part, is to create that engagement. Now, one thing I want to note when it comes to this is AI integration. So you should have a digital assistant to help you with this. And that digital assistant is going to respond to text messages very quickly, can take that response from, say, one of your potential referral partners, and can schedule a call, can even go through and doing some qualification for new leads, and also help with that database reactivation, with follow-up. So having an AI digital assistant that works in all aspects of this really makes your life a lot easier. And so one of the tips I was going to just mention here is that name your digital assistant and train them like an employee. So each one of our clients has a digital assistant, and there's one that's going to be on their website. There's one that's in a booking campaign, another that's in a reminder campaign, another in event management or database reactivation, and then yet another in the nurturing campaign. And you have to link all of them together, because one thing with AI is that there's a limitation on how far back the AI can go to make sure they know what's happening. So you have to link them all together. So if the appointment reminder AI is asked a question that was done with the booking assistant AI, they need to be able to access that information to be able to respond correctly. So anyway, it's a great tool. If you don't have it right now, it really makes life a lot easier. Drew, go ahead. If you have any thought on that.
Keep in mind that having an AI assistant, it will be the best thing possible, because it will be an employee that can work 24/7. So it gives you a huge advantage.
Never sick. They never ask for a raise. They never go on vacation. And I would say 95%, they're probably 90 to 95% respond correctly. And when I see some of our builders, complaining about that, I said, well, if you hired a new employee and they didn't respond correctly, you wouldn't flip out at them. You would simply train them. And that's what you do with AI bots. They say, oh, I don't want it to respond like this. Say this instead. So the nice thing about that is that once you train the bot, then you don't have to worry about it making that mistake again. Unlike a human, right? Where we might make the same mistake twice. All right. So we're going to wrap up on video. We talked about video in the last episode too, and how to use it for capturing leads. Now we want to talk about using video for converting leads. So there's a lot of different ways to use video. From a lead conversion standpoint, once you get a lead into a booking campaign, we're going to use video to encourage them to get on a call. And so the way we do that with video, of course, is not only creating the human element where we humanize you, but we are also maybe make an emotional request of why they would want to talk to you. So we can really emphasize that compelling reason to get them the information they're looking for. And I always like to say, you as the lead, you are looking for information. You're looking for good quality information so you can make a well-informed choice. And so that's what videos can do, is it can offer that promise of, I'm happy to give you the relevant information so that you can take that and make a choice. We're not selling, we're advising. And that's the tone that the video can set. So it's also great to use video to summarize information for the education and sales process. So going into that event management, that long-term nurturing, people come to events because, again, they want to be educated on something. So yes, they want to see things, but then they want to learn about those things, or learn about those design ideas, or how much things cost, or what's popular for colors, or maybe some of their ideas, can they be done? And Drew, I wanted to throw this out there before I turn it over to you. We had a client doing home shows. Okay, so home show was in Salt Lake City. One was in October. He did another one in January. So in October, we sent out an event invite where we did not have a video, and we just said, hey, I'll be at the home show. The tickets are $11 each. If you RSVP, I'll give you 2 free tickets, and then, stop by my booth here. So it was really a soft sell. So we sent it out to his database. He got 2 leads out of it. This was October 10th. January, he did the same exact home show. he did the same offer where, hey, if you RSVP to come to the home show, I'll give you 2 free tickets, $22 value. This time we did a video with the invite. So again, we put a thumbnail of the video in the email invite. If somebody clicked through, they got to the landing page, the RSVP page, we call it. The video was there. It was set to autoplay. We had 24 booked appointments for that same exact home show within a few months difference because of that video. So that is truly the power of video. Any of your thoughts there, Drew?
Yeah, I didn't know the stats regarding this, so I'm really impressed with how the videos are performing, even for event management. I need to admit that video has become one of the most effective tools for converting leads into booked appointments, and even more than that. Basically, what we're seeing is that if you include a video in the follow-up, it increases the rate considerably. Like you're mentioning, Rick, from 2 leads to 22. So the same offer, nothing changes. Just we've just added the video, and basically, I believe that's happening because video, it builds trust before the conversion even happen. Because you can explain the process, you can answer common questions before thinking about it, and also you can set the expectations up front. And this basically pre-qualifies the prospects, and it will shorten the sales cycle by a lot.
Sure.
And when the prospects they understand what working with you looks like, they show up more confident, and they're ready to move forward.
Yeah, it's all about how you can convey information and how easily you can convey it. There's no easier way to convey information than video. And when consumers have an easy way to work with you before they ever have a phone call with you, they're much more likely to take the next step and get on that call. Obviously, then you can confirm trust and value, move them into your sales process. And a lot of the heavy lifting has been done by that video. So it is the way of the future. It's amazing what can be done with it. We have a great team doing it as well. So very excited about that. So final tip here on this is that your marketing budget should include everything that is needed to attract opportunities, capture them as leads, and then convert them into appointments and contracts. So hopefully this was valuable for you listening to this. There's a lot of gold in here. And obviously, yes, it is work. But, again, 6 parts here to have a high return on investment marketing plan. And if you would like to talk more about this, how we could help you set up a high return on investment marketing plan and attract, capture, and convert high quality leads for builders, so you too can pick and choose your jobs, go ahead and click on that schedule a strategy call below. Would love to learn more about your company and be able to see if we might be able to partner with you and help you get to that next level as well. So for my brothers and sisters in Christ, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all always. See you next time on Conversation.